Well, good morning, everybody. It's been a heck of a couple days, I'll tell you that much. I guess to start off, I've got good news and bad news. I'll start off with the good news, and I'll get into the bad news in a little while. Good news is I'm down about 7 pounds.
Nice.
Which is awesome. So I'm down from about 285 to about 278. So that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with that. Just following the plan we've talked about before. Light workouts several times a week. I usually try to do 15-20 minutes of activity, light workouts, like 3 to 4 times a week. And been trying to stick to 1,800 or less calories a day. Changes that I've noticed. Mentally, I feel better. Feel better about myself. Feel a little more positive. Yeah, so that's great. It's definitely helped in my mindset. Bad news, though. Past couple of days, I've not been feeling good. Just allergies have been kicking my butt. I don't know if you can tell in my voice. I'm starting to get congested and stuff.
I can feel it here.
Face kind of hurts a little bit. My ears are hurting a little bit. So, yeah, it's not been great. Yesterday, I really wasn't feeling well. So, we even went over to a friend's house. I spent half the time napping on their couch. I felt so bad. Yesterday, I didn't stick to my calorie goals. I splurged. My friends bought some pizza and, ate a little too much. So went over my calorie goals. I knew I was going over my calorie goals.
You lack discipline.
That's all right. I'm not going to worry about it. That was one day. It's not going to mess me up. Today, I'm going to try harder. I'm going to hit my goals today. I got marinated chicken, egg whites, some like snow pea chips.
That's a 10.
And apple packed for lunch today for work. So that's going to be great. And then I'll have a small dinner when I get home. So I'll definitely be hitting my calorie goals today. So that'll be awesome. I've been sick on and off the better part of this year.
We're in quarantine, people!
It's been horrible. I think I got the flu once. I've gotten a couple colds. I had a double ear infection like a month or two ago. I got this crap going on. I live out in the country a little bit, so allergies are to be expected. This year's been bad. So bad to the point I actually invested in a air purifier yesterday for my house. See if that helps at all. Hopefully it does. Because I can't take much more of this crap. So it's getting on my nerves. So, but yeah, that's been the last couple of days in a nutshell. Basically, some ups, some downs, hitting our goals pretty well. Still losing weight. That's the important thing at the end of the day. And just gonna keep trucking along and doing my best to hit my goals, and that's all anybody can expect of themselves. Try and hit your goals, and if you don't, you try again the next day. And don't beat yourself up over it. And I will say, talking about yesterday, I blew out, my calorie budget. I did make some good choices though. So, if you're ever going through a situation where you're like, oh, I didn't work out today, or, oh, I didn't hit my budget today, yada, 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 try and pick out some good things that you did do. It doesn't necessarily have to be all bad. There might be some stuff in there that you can give yourself some credit for. Yesterday I blew out my calorie budget. That sucks. But, I made some healthy food choices earlier in that day. And, there were some moments in the day where, I was feeling kind of hungry and wanted a snack. And I had a very, modest, conscious snack. I did make some good choices yesterday, and that's worth building on. That's worth, being happy about, being proud of. So, doesn't have to all be bad, even if you don't hit your goals. So, but that's about all I got for today. I hope you all have a great day. Good luck hitting your goals. I know you can do it. I can do it. We're all here together. I'll catch you on the other side. Peace.